Weekdays at 9 a.m. on The Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Getting fresh foods, organic, all that kind of good stuff. Well, you know what? That's right here in Chicago, too. And if you are concerned about what you put in your body, then you need to know about an organization called Native Foods. And we're talking about business because there is, this is a story of what entrepreneurs sometimes take advantage of opportunities that present themselves, and they have to move when the time is right. And oftentimes businesses change hands, and I tell my entrepreneurs that I work with all the time, when you see an opportunity, that may be the call for you to take advantage of it in a very unique way. So this entrepreneur who's about to come up and tell his story went from working in the organization, managing the organization, doing all the different types of things, and then when the owner said he was going to pull out, this guy said, wait a minute, this might be my chance to keep the ball rolling, and he took that charge on and now is the owner of his own Native Foods right in the heart of downtown Chicago, 218 South Clark. Let's bring on Dame Dia. Is that the man on the phone right now?
Hello. Yes, this is Dom. How we doing?
All right. I hope you're doing good, man. We had a talk last year,
my brother.
And you told me, I got something that's happening, and I think I need to figure out what to do. This guy wants to shut this thing down, and I'm thinking I want to keep it going. And I looked at you and I said, you know what you're getting into? Do you know what you're about to get into? But you got all the way into us. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey in this thing called Native Foods.
My name is Dam Dia. I moved to Chicago 5 years ago following my wife because I love her. That's why I come into Chicago. When I come to Chicago with no job. And I can tell you, one day my wife and I went to Native Food, was in Hyde Park, not too far from where we live.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went there and eat, and the food was great. And my wife said, the food is good. I said, yes, the good food is good. And one day I was online looking for a job, and I see Native Food is hiring. And I said, you know what? I'm going to apply. When I applied, they hired me as a GM. I was the general manager. I come to be a district manager, running all Native Food in Chicago and 2 in Colorado.
So wait a minute.
Right?
You went there just as a customer to eat. Now, when you went there and first ate and enjoyed yourself eating there at the one that's right there in Harper Court in Hyde Park, did you have a background in food service or restaurant or business management, or was this something that you had some previous experience in?
Yeah, I have a previous experience because I started in the restaurant business as a dishwasher.
Okay, all right. Okay.
And I can tell you, I worked myself from dishwasher to GM of that location.
Wow.
And I'm in this business for too long. I love what I do, and I can say, you know what, everything I know today because of that lobster. If they never give me the knowledge and skill, and also the opportunity to work with them, I don't think today you and I are going to be talking, or I'm going to think about having a restaurant.
But now it's a whole nother thing to work and know, but then when you have to sign on the dotted line and take that ownership, you had to do a real gut check. What are the things that you did? Tell me about the due diligence you did, because, again, you knew the business backwards and forwards. You were inside, you were working, you were general manager of one store, then you were district manager of several stores. Why? And of course, downtown, if you haven't been downtown lately or over the COVID period, many restaurants and services closed up downtown because of all of a sudden there was nobody downtown, and the people that used to come to lunch every day, they're not down there anymore. And you walk by and see these major chains, and all of a sudden they're gone. And so was that what affected and made the decision for Native Foods to think about closing their 218 South Clark location?
Yes, I can tell you, when COVID came, everybody closed. And I said to myself, people love our food. Why are you closing? I was working 7 days, open to close, just to serve. If I was serving maybe sometimes 3 people, that's fine. You know what? I take care at least each day 1 or 3 people who love our food and come in and get it. And that's a motivation for me. helping people make sure they come to us and get what they want. And that's like a big to me. Because I'm looking at my chef who don't have nowhere to go. And him and I decide to say, you know what, we're going to open this place. We're not going to close it.
Wow.
And I'm a type of person, I do not want to see a place closing. I always take my chances and opportunity to make sure what I'm doing and what we do will help another.
Now, the previous owner who ran the business and had the multiple locations, you had to sit down and negotiate with him and come up with the terms and conditions of what was going to transpire. And then, of course, you have a landlord that's there, and he wants to know what's going to go on. And he's looking to say, hey, is this new idea, is he going to know what he's doing? Is he going to be able to meet his obligations? Because he's looking for his rent money, just like he was looking for it before, but he knows the thing that's been going on in the loop and how important it is to make this transition. Did you engage? Tell us about what that negotiation was like and how you were able to come to terms to make it work so you could continue and keep the lights on as you're doing right now.
Yeah, I can tell you that was Ron on my birthday. When he called me, I was home and sitting on my couch. And he said, you know what, I'm just going to bankruptcy. And if you want the place, I will sell it to you. I said, what are you talking about? He said, I'm going bankruptcy and I want to sell the place. Do you want it? I said, yes, I do want it. And I said, let me have a conversation with my wife first. Because I already make my decision anyway before I speak to my wife.
That's right.
And I said, yeah, I will take it. And the first thing he said, you have money? I said, I'm not worried about the money. You know what I'm worried? The people who trained me when I started with the company, they're here for 15 years, 10 years. And all those people train me so I know what is native. And why we have to close this place, all those people who make you in the beginning successful, now you want to throw them away, and I'm not going to do that. And I said, I will take that restaurant. He said, okay, that's what you want? I said, yes. And I said, do you sign the lease? He said, I signed the lease for 5 years. I said, okay, I need to go now talk to the lender and find out if those 5 years are already there. Because I'm not going to stay it because they're going to ask me for a lot of money and I don't have it. The lender said, you want it? I said, yes. He said, you got it. And that's how I take the company. I'm running it right now the way I want it. And you know what? Down the road, who knows? You might be opening more native food somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
And the opportunity is right there, and I take it.
Now, let me ask you very, very quickly. Was the concept of native foods, was this a franchise? Was this an original concept? Is Chicago the only one that has one? And are there other locations that are open? So you have the Chicago Loop location, 218 South Clark. And so as downtown comes back, you have a chance of being right on the ground floor of the revival of this community. But is the brand still viable and known and respected, not only in Chicago, but in other locations?
Yes, we have one in Colorado, Glendale, is owned by my other colleague. Mm-hmm. And we have another one, the Palm Springs, that was the one who opened in 1994, when Native Food started.
Wow, Palm Springs.
The company was a corporation. They never did a franchise.
Okay.
And you have the opportunity to take it, we take it. You present to me, I take it. And that's what we're doing right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dom, you are a bold individual to step out on faith and the strength of belief that you have in yourself and your knowledge. And when I sit here and look at what you're doing now, it was closed did it close for a little while and then reopen? And then when you reopen, how did the community react when you opened those doors and they saw that Native Foods was still up and operating down at 218 South Clark Street in downtown Chicago? How did the customers come out and celebrate with you at the reopening of the store?
I get a lot of hugs and a lot of said, thank you, because they know it was going down. And, I look at every single person's eye. The sadness is going to bring to them, and I'm not going to let this thing go. And I make these guests who's coming here happy every single day. And that's what I'm looking for. Somebody I can say, I did this for these people. I help them. They come to the greatest restaurant and eating the greatest food they never had before.
This is a wonderful story. We're talking to Dom Dia, the new proprietor and owner of Native Foods right downtown in Chicago, 218 South Clark Street. Now, what are your hours? How can people come to support you? Are you open 5 days a week just during the time that the business week? What are your hours? And tell us a little bit about your menu.
I open 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday, and I do 11 to 7 p.m. on Sunday, because at least I can help the church guests who want to come on Sunday and have a time to come on the weekday. They go from church, they come here, start, and have a great lunch and go. That's why I open 7 days. And our menu is good. It's not too big, because we have a burger, we have a wrap, we have bowl, and we have appetizer and a dessert. If you love chicken, you can come and get our crazy good chicken sandwich. It's a little bit spicy, and a lot of people love it. If you want a wrap, we have what we call a twister wrap. And if you like a bowl, we have an orange cauliflower. It's just like a cauliflower. It's very good. And at the same time, we have the chicken bacon avocado. We have a pop and jalapeno, a little spicy. And we have what we call a shawarma bowl and shawarma wrap. We have a lot of options for gluten-free also.
Well, Dom, this is a wonderful story. You welcome me. You and your wonderful wife welcome me into your home. And I just really enjoy you so much. You're such a wonderful, beautiful couple, so talented, so skilled. And then, I told you, though, I said, I don't know. I think you got to ask a lot of questions before you made that decision. I think you made the decision before you asked me, though, to tell you the truth. I think you had made up your mind. You just wanted to hear what I had to say about it. But I know that you are going to be successful. I know this is going to win. And, I'm not far. The WVON studio is not far from you. We're just at 800 South Wells Street. So after I leave the studio today, I'm going to come right over there. I'm going to see what's going on for myself at Native Foods, because I visited the store in Hartford Court. But now that you're downtown, you have really, and I'm going to make sure that anything that I know about that can support your business, you need to be supported. You need to take advantage of the resources that are available that I talk about here each and every week. But you're an example of someone that shows you so many different ways you can take to starting a business. Sometimes you acquire a business. Sometimes, the owner wants to walk away, and you can say, hey, I'm the guy to keep it going. You don't always have to start from scratch, but you have to have that inner passion and commitment to what you do, because, like you say, it's more than just the food. It's the people. You took this decision because you wanted to make a difference in your own life, your own family, you and your wife, but also in the employees that are committed to this organization. And with that kind of spirit and integrity, I don't see anything but positive for happening for Native Foods. So, Dom Dia, my hat's off to you. I'm going to see you real soon when I leave this studio. I'm headed over. I'm going to see what that hot chicken sandwich is all about. And I'm going to tell everybody I know to come to 218 South Clark Street. And you guys got a website too, right? nativefoods.com?
Yes, we did. Yes.
Okay, nativefoods.com. So if you want to see what's going on with this wonderful man, but come out and support him. We've got entrepreneurs, and I believe that downtown is on the rise. We've got this summer, we're going to have all the conferences and conventions. We've got NASCAR. You got new hotels that are all around where you are. And so there's activity in downtown, and we've got a black-owned business right downtown at 218 South Clark Street, Native Foods. Dom Dia, I wish you the best of everything, and I wish this year be a year of prosperity like unbelievable for your success. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the opportunity to speak with you. Thank you.
All right.